Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if it's your first time here, welcome. Today we're gonna move right on in it. You guys have already seen part 1 to this video, so let's get started. Here we are highlighting the brow bone, and it looks a little bit too white for my complexion and chalky, but I reassure you, you need it so that it creates a contrast for the vibrant color that we're gonna put underneath. We do that to both eyes. Then we move right on into the first color. We start light and move down so we create a nice gradient. We're gonna put a light pink, a very soft pink, and we're gonna use that until we get our desired opacity. We do the same thing on the second eye until they match equally. Note that I am flicking out the edge of the brush and I'm making sure I use a fluffy brush so it blends as we go along, as we apply the shadow. Here we move into the second pink. It's a little darker. Remember, we go from light to dark. So we do this right above the crease. I know some of the brush is still going into the crease, but we want this slightly above the crease so that we continue to create that shape and we have an effective gradient. Now we move into a smaller, more dense brush with the darker pink to create our crease. We actually put that right in the crease. We also do enough until we get the desired color payoff that we want. We move back in with different brushes. They can be clean or have a little bit of the first pink on them to make sure we're not losing the colors as we move down from light to dark. Now we're also moving into the purple. It's just, I don't know if it's purple. It could be like a darker pink, but it's the darkest of the colors. And that is going to intensify the eye right before we cut our crease. Fingers are always great for blending. Now we're moving in with a flat brush, and you can have whatever eye primer you want. This one is from Smashbox, and you start to carve your crease out. This look usually gives the appearance of a larger eye, so you actually don't make the line in the crease, you make it slightly above. You want the look to be visible to people looking at you, whether or not your eye is opened or closed. So you don't put the line in the crease, because then it'll be too low, and only when you look down would people be able to see. And it's such a beautiful look. If you're gonna do this look, you want it to be seen. Now you have the base guideline, and you bring the rest of the product down on the eyelid. This now acts as a primer for the shadow that you're going to put on your eyelid, and it will help intensify the color. You do the same thing on the second eye and make sure that they match perfectly. Now be gracious with yourself. Both eyes, I know both of mine aren't shaped the same. One is more hooded than the other, so it gets a little difficult. You just need to do the best that you can. You take the brush all the way past the tear duct, and remember to flick it out at the end. And now we move on into applying your satin finish color from the palette. Remember to bring it all the way forward by the tear duct. you want to carry that satin finish shadow all the way out to the edge where you created your curve upward. Now I'm applying some more primer here on the second eye before I apply my shadow. And we do the same thing as we did on the first eye. Now that that is done, we move on into the liner, and we have a base because the eye has already taken its shape. So we just create this line on both eyes to make sure that they look similar. Once you've gotten those base lines to your desired look, you can go on in and fill in the rest of the liner. When this is done, you start to see the look of the eye come together beautifully. You go in with a little bit of concealer on your brush to make the edge more sharp, if you will. And to get them perfectly aligned. And now I'm using a black eyeliner on my waterline to intensify the look. Here I am making the point on my tear duct to give the eye a more elongated look. This look is very much about widening and largening, for lack of a better word, the eye. I am going in with a flat brush to smudge out the black water liner. With the colors that I use on my eyelid. We're gonna start here with the darker colors and come down. Unlike when you did the eyelid, you started with the lighter color and came down. As I'm doing that, you see me going with a clean brush to just clear away any fallout. The powder that you see so prominent on under my eyes is to catch that fallout, so that when I wipe away, I'm not wiping off the makeup that was already placed. I'm just wiping off excess powder. So once the bottom resembles the top of your eye, you can go ahead and wipe off the excess powder from under your eyes and just make sure that everything else on the face is nicely blended. And then we move on into blush. Right here, you see me adding highlighter. Now, I am not a highlight queen, so to speak, but I do love a highlight with a little bit of glitter effect. And this one has a pink shift, so it reflects so nicely with the color scheme of the look. And as I turn my head, the light reflects beautifully. And you see me applying it to the bridge of my nose, or lack thereof, because I have no bridge. And then you will see me do my Cupid's bow. And then we move into mascara for the lower lashes, so that they also become intensified to match the boldness of the falsies that you put on. You can go ahead and apply as many coats as you like to get your desired look. Now I am blotting my lips to take off the excess balm before I start to line my lips to feature the lip glosses from her collection. I go in with the darker one first, and I apply the light one on top of that, just in the middle where the light reflects more heavily. And there you have it, guys. That's the look with everything from her collection. Now I'm going to set my makeup with Urban Decay All Nighter Spray, just to make sure it stays in place. And at this point, I think that the lip that I choose for myself looks better with the look. So I went in with a soft pink that matches my oversized shirt. And I created a ombre lip with a darker purple liner. And you see me blotting until I get my desired look. And I will put some gloss in the center of my lips just to create a nice 3D effect. And this is the end, guys. This is the look. Thank you for watching. See you in my next video.